Well, hello there. It's been a long time. I think this is finally going to be, I'm back. Every week I think I'm back, and then like last week I didn't get on. I thought I was going to be able to, but stuff happened and I just wasn't able to do it. So I apologize for that, but here I am. Got myself going. I think I've got everything set up. My little craft room's all set up. The house is going good. I'm snuggled up here because it's been cold, although today is supposed to be 70 something, so I'll have to go change. I'm gonna be way too warm going to the park. Today I will ride my bike to the park. It's gonna be nice. All right, on to crafting. So today I wanted to do something with Garden Birdhouses. I don't think I've done anything online with this set, and I really like it. I always like bird things, and this is a really nice spring set that I had a lot of fun with back in the spring, but it actually lends itself really well to fall, because in the fall, this is a great time of the year to watch birds. And I don't know if you like to do that, but Jeff and I really like to watch the birds. We did that a lot back in Washington State in our house because we had a lot of, bird feeders around the house. And I left all of my garden hooks, my little hooks that hook. Hi, Jewel. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. We are doing great. We love being here in Springfield. It's been so fun. We have loved it. The birds in our yard are different. We have a lot of cardinals here, and I haven't seen any of those in our yard. We have a big acorn, or a big oak tree with acorns, and they said this year is going to be a mast year here in Springfield for acorns. So we should have a whole bunch of those. I have seen some squirrels. We have some squirrels that like the backyard and that tree. There are other trees, of course, in the neighbors' yards, but that's the only one in our backyard, and I'm kind of grateful because there's going to be a lot of leaves blowing in just from even other people's yards. So we haven't had those come down yet. There's not any leaves down, which is nice. Anyhow, I did bring my rake. Didn't bring the snow shovel, and I've been looking for snow shovels because I'm afraid I might need them later. Anyhow, so today I'm going to do Garden Birdhouses, and I am going to pair it with Evergreen Elegance, just to get, something a little bit, some greenery on there that's not so springy, because the little tree branch in this set is a very spring-like one, although you can color it like we're going to today with fall colors to turn it into a fall one. But there are not falling leaves on this set, so I decided instead of making them my own, you can with a little, there is a little leaf that you could do that, but it's attached to branches and doesn't have the little squiggle lines that go to, with the one showing that they're falling. So I'm going to use it with this. I want to show you how you can do that with this bough. And then I also I pulled out my old Autumn Goodness. Now this is a retired one, and I hope you have it because it has a really nice pumpkin set with it. That's a good size for this. And then also I will be using the large die from this Scalloped Contours die set. That's what's gonna be the background for it. So anyhow, I hope you guys are having a great time with me. You will hear my little chimes going because I don't have a place to put them up yet. And so the problem is that I don't know if it's going to actually work. It's kind of noisy, and we will see if it works as we're going. Right now I'm just going to try to get my cord in place, and uh-oh, my camera didn't like. All right, it's trying to, yeah, my my camera does not like being adjusted. It does not like being adjusted. Okay, sorry, camera. All right, I'm gonna wait a minute here just to see if my paper is exactly where I need it to be, because if I don't know what's in the frame, I'll be in trouble. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better right there. Okay, now I think we're set. And if I just kind of leave it there, I could tape it down. That might help. Because it's kind of caterwonky. Maybe if I move my camera to match my paper, I might have more luck keeping things in order. Okay. So I am going to just get out some white cardstock. Now we are doing well with our house. Finally got almost finished. The contractor still has to come over and do some stuff, but he's pretty much done. And I might need to move my little chimes here. They're kind of like right in the way here. Sorry, that was really loud. I'll have to adjust that later because that is not going to work for me. All right, anyhow, he's going to come over tomorrow and try, supposedly, you know, finish the one last thing that needs to be done, and I'll be very grateful. And he's still not done. I mean, I think he thinks he's gonna be done because I've still got crown molding and the light rail on our kitchen cabinets to be finished. And so this is the largest die in the scalloped contours is really a nice die set. And Jewel, do you know if this one's available in the big catalog? I don't really remember. Let me peek here really quick and see. I think that's the new one in the mini catalog that's coming. And if it is, then, oh boy, you want to get it before it's gone. Although it's one that I would think is going to be in the big new one when it comes out, but who knows for sure. Now there is Stitched So Sweetly. That one's pretty big too. I just happened to, and so yeah, this set is in the mini catalog right now. Now this one is not going to be available after December, so you will need to get it just to be on the safe side if you want this die set, because let me see what set it came with. I don't really remember what set it even came with, and I'm pretty sure it's a newer one. Surely it's not a retired one. I haven't had it that long. I don't see it in here. All right, if anyone knows, just write it down for me, would you? Because I'm confident this is not retired already. I get things and they get retired so fast. It's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Already retired, and I barely even used it. All right, so we're gonna use the Evergreen Elegance, the Evening Evergreen stamp color, and it is very dark, and it always makes a big mess. Ooh, that's one thing I don't think I have handy is a cleaning thing. I need to grab something quick because I will make a mess, I know. So let me run in here really fast. I know I've got something here somewhere. There we go. All right, I always have some kind of handy wipes nearby in a room nearby. There's always, I've got them like all over the place just because when we first moved in here, we didn't have a sink functioning for so long that I had to have little wipes like in every room so that I could clean up because it was such a pigsty in here. It's clean now. It smells good too. All right, let me get rid of my thing. Oh, okay, Jewel, thanks a lot. I appreciate your letting me know that why you're gone already. I'm sure you're already gone. All right, so I'm going to take this little bow die. It's very cute. And they have planted, I think, 4 new. Come on, why is my signal acting up? I hope my signal doesn't act up here. That's the one thing you have no control over, really, when you move to a new place is what's the strength of your, let's see, let's move this over like here. We're gonna do a few of these. One there. Actually, I'm not gonna do more until I've done my branch because my branch is gonna kind of give me an indication of where to put the other boughs. So I will just do that one. Boy, my Simply Chamois looks pretty dirty, doesn't it? But it actually still works great. So I'm gonna just set that aside. And then we'll get out this Garden Birdhouses branch. This is the little branch on that. And I'm gonna use some different, I'll use black on that one. So let's throw this one in here. Oh, page 58 of the annual catalog. Thank you so much, Jewel, for adding that in. Now, I didn't think it was tired already, but they do. And now that I know it's a annual one, it's a good one. It's a good one to get. It'll be there for a while. Now I'm gonna stamp this, and then I'm gonna put it on like around here, but I don't really want my leaves that would be there. I could do it this way, I suppose, too, if I wanted to, and have it going out like that, but I don't really want to. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this, but I am gonna take off, I'm gonna ink it all up, but then I am gonna take off some of that ink, just so that I don't mess up where the leaves are gonna, you know, be over. I don't want them to be over the spruce ones. All right, so I'm gonna just take off this one right here with my Simply Chamois. You can just easily wipe it right off. And I think I'm gonna do most of this one too, just to be on the safe side. It doesn't matter if it overlaps a little bit, but I don't want it to overlap completely. And that is quite wet, so I'm gonna just wipe that with my finger to make sure it's kind of dried off. And now I can stick my leaf right on there. And then I'm gonna use my brown to kind of tie this in, okay? Now I also am going to want to add some more of that spruce, or I think that would be a fir. Maybe that's a fir. Could be spruce or fir. From Evergreen Elegance. This is a really nice set. It does have a border punch that I just haven't gotten to yet. But anyhow, I've been pretty busy. And Stampin' Up!, in case you are interested, has got a really cool special going on right now for those of us who want to have a lot of stamps and don't want to spend a ton of money. Like if you want to get that contours die, but you don't want to spend the money that whole bundle costs. Right now, for $75, you can become a hobby demonstrator or a regular demonstrator. Now, I'm going to put this bow right here, and then I'm going to put another one like right there, okay? And then we'll tie it in a little bit right there with something. Okay, I'll put another leaf or something there just to conceal that. I just didn't want the one kind of, just the one kind of thing going here. All right, and I actually am gonna also put my birdhouse coming down there, so it probably isn't even going to be an issue, but just in case it is, I think I'll go ahead and take my single leaf that's in this set. If I can find it. No, it's here somewhere. There you are. No, that's a little bird. I know there's a single leaf. It's right there. There it is. Okay, and we need that Evergreen Elegance again. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, this is black I've got this with. Let's stick with the same color that I did already with that. So anyway, this is a good time to join. Anybody who's interested, it's a very good time to join. There. Okay, so that kind of covered up the fact that we had like a floating branch going there. All right, and the great thing about it is, and I'm looking for where did I put my, my cloth to wipe my hands with? I know I have it somewhere handy, I thought, but now I can't find it. Did I already throw it away? I don't think so. I can't just leave it laying around or it was pretty wet, and I'll have to get another one. And now I'm going to have to try to figure out a place. Oh, there it is. I see where I put it now. That green is it just gets all over the place. It's pretty messy. And it's one reason I don't use this one so much. I'm trying to be really careful with it, but I still manage to, get it all over. It's a strong It's a strong color, and even though I'm really careful, I always get some on the case, and then that's how it gets all over my hands. It's all over everything, and then it will wipe onto my card. So that color is really useful, but boy, it's a strong one. All right, done with that. Now we can get into my little birdhouse. It's got a little chain. It's cute. Hangs your little birdhouse down, so we'll put that on. I guess I could have left my black out because we're gonna use that anyway for the rest of everything. All right, so the little hook part is gonna hook onto the birdhouse itself. So let's put it like right here. You can just barely see it right there, which is kind of what I want. I don't really want that part to be standing out so much. And then we'll use the birdhouse that actually has a hook on it, on its top, to hook that on there. Anyway, okay, so yes, back to why you want to join. If you do want your... if you don't want to miss out on stamps and things, you just have to join, because the problem is right now everybody is having a very hard time keeping supplies of anything going, right? Just having a really difficult time. In fact, today I'm going to show you what I got to, or what was delivered to me. Let me move my ink out of the way. And look at this lamp. Okay, now this, you can only see part of it because I've got it like shoved into your face there, but it's a nice little table lamp that I ordered for our downstairs bedrooms. We've got a guest bedroom down there. I wanted a couple of nice table lamps for the bedside tables, and man, they're so expensive. I've been so shocked at how expensive things have gotten. So it took me a while to figure out where to order it from. But then I realized every place I was ordering it from is going to be like December or January before it would arrive. And I was like, seriously? I am not going to do that. And I looked at all the stores like Target and whatnot, and well, they were way too expensive. I wasn't going to spend that much money for just little bedside lamps, but I didn't want anything, you know, ugly and cheap looking either. So here's a little bird just gonna, he's gonna just perch himself right up there. And so it was just the shipping delay of everything. It was so incredible. It's like, my goodness, I had been waiting for bed rails for the queen mattresses. They managed to deliver, but they didn't deliver the bed frame, you know, that it has to go on. Oops, he's kind of floating up there, isn't he? I better put another one in because I don't really want him floating. And then we'll put another little guy right here. Okay, there we go. Now we've got enough birds going for our little bird thing. He's got, you know, evergreen on him, but I will cover that with when I color it. I think that's all I need from this set, because don't think, let me see. No, actually, I'm going to use this one. Hope each moment of your day is as special as you are. That's probably the sentiment I'm going to use. That's a really good one. So we'll keep that out here just so that I can grab that when it's time. All right, now that is all I'm going to do with this for now. I need to grab another piece of white cardstock here and do the little pumpkins I'm going to put with this fence. I did the fence. Okay, this set also had a really cool die set that has all of these, you know, cutouts, but also it's nice little fence. So I did this little fence of crumb cake. And then the pumpkins I'm going to do has that die. So we'll get that die out. And those are the pumpkins I want to stamp and color, and then we'll cut out, and we'll use that on our card to just make sure this looks very fall-like. Looks like a pretty good impression, so I'll leave that. Make sure it dries good. Anyway, so I've discovered then the Menards is our local store. I know it has, you know, other stores elsewhere, but I'd never heard of it until we had moved here. And they are good. That guy, I ordered those this morning, those lamps and my bed frames that never did arrive from the company I won't mention. They'd said that it was going to show up 2 times, and each delivery, nothing. No call, no explanation why they didn't show up. Thankfully, the second time, Jeff and I didn't even hang around. We just left for the day because we were busy and wanted to do some stuff. We went to, and so we didn't even wait for them. It worked out fine, but it was annoying, and I needed to order. Anyway, so I ordered those this morning, and they were all, the guy already came and brought the lamps, and they're really nice. Now, normally they probably wouldn't do that because I'm sure I think those were like the store, they were on sale, and they were the store ones, so they had to probably get them out of the store quick before somebody decided to come and purchase them. All right, so we'll use some pumpkin pie here. Okay, just that. But you know what? I don't want to just stay with pumpkin pie. Let's go with Cajun Craze because I need something just a little darker than that. Let's go with some Cajun Craze down here on the bottom. And then we'll do our pumpkin pie again here. And then we'll get the light one going. It'll give us a little more color there. So that was very good news. Order local, I guess, is the theme. But as far as stamps go, nobody makes stamps local. So you have to be a demonstrator so you can order things when they appear, and then you won't be out of luck when you try to order it later, because that's been the problem, you know. So many people have been trying to get things and then they can't because everything's unorderable for now. I think we're gonna put a lot of evergreen in there, but I don't really want, my evergreen marker is just really dark. In fact, do I have him in here? Yes, I do. Let's show it to you. It's nice. This is the light one, but it's, if I can get it open, I don't use it much. It's terribly, terribly dark, you know, so I don't want to use that one too much. I'll just go a little bit there. That's the light. The dark is like really dark, so it's just not one that I can use much. Soft succulent, a light soft succulent is a good blender for that one. You can kind of blend that out and get a little lighter leaf. But I really want my fall colors to be staying strong here. Let's make one of these gourds. We'll make this a little gourd. And maybe that one, and maybe that one, and that one. And then the other color I have going here is crushed curry, and I do not have a crushed curry marker. They didn't make that. There is Mango Melody, and it's pretty dark, pretty strong. Let's start with the light colored one. I'm coloring now since I put my soft succulent on this gourd. I don't want to get a bunch of green into my marker, so I'm starting at the top and going down into that green. So I'm having a lot less chance. I'm kind of blending it, but it's a lot less opportunity for that green to get into the tip of my marker, or blending pen rather. Marker probably wouldn't even matter so much. If you're concerned about it though, if you see any green, just go like this until you color it away. You don't want to have that. And then while I'm here, let's go ahead and make these corn cobs yellow. Just so that I'm hoping I can get some, let's do a nice yellow leaf right here, okay? And grab out a little bit, let's not, instead of pumpkin pie, I could be using some pale papaya. That would probably look really good too. let's give that one a try and see what that one looks like. Pale papaya. If I can find you. I don't see you. Where are you? Wow. There you are. There you are. All right. So anyhow, I was really happy to realize that Menards, I knew they delivered really fast because I'd gotten something from them before. And they were really quick to deliver it too. So that was really nice to know that they're so prompt. It's not everybody is right now. It's a tough time to be buying stuff. Thankfully, I think we're about done with all the silly little things you need to buy that we didn't pack. We just figured, oh, that's pretty inexpensive. We'll just buy that when we're there. But the problem when you've once gotten started on that, it's like, well, yeah, but I didn't really want to spend that much on redoing a house. So that's easy to do when you're in the midst of packing, but terribly painful once you arrive and you have to actually start ponying up the cash to replace all these things. And then plus this is just a much bigger house, so anyway, let's see, I want something a little more, I think a little darker here. Right there, just a little darker for that melon. Okay. All right, now let's use this light Cajun Craze for the basket lines in that interior part right there. And then I'll find my tan, or ivory is what it's really called. If I can find you, there you are. Oops, my rubber band, my little retainer rubber band that I used to keep them all together stuck on there. All right, then that is the basket. And we'll use our ivory for our corn husks. And we're gonna keep out that ivory because I will need that on our bird. All right, our little birds have got to have some red on them. We do probably want real red. In the wintertime, those birds that have red on them, I don't know what they are. If they are wren, are they a little sparrow? I don't know enough about birds to know. And for whatever reason, there you go. There's our real red. Okay. So this is the light or dark? This is the dark. Let's do the light. Another retainer. Broke off. Okay, we just want a little bit of red on you guys right there. Because obviously these are not, if I could make them our little cardinals, I would, but I'm not good enough to be able to alter the shape of little bird heads to do anything like that. So there's our ivory. Gonna just leave it like that. And then here's, oh, this is ivory also. Why do I have two of those out? That's funny. What is this? This is crumb cake. Okay, light crumb cake. Perfect. I'm going to use that to... It's a little bit darker than ivory, so you can kind of blend over into your red a little bit more. This is just looking kind of like you've got pine, or spruce needles on the bird. If that really bugs you, you could use some gray, and try to cover it up. But I don't know, that evergreen elegance, it's pretty strong. So I think we're out of luck on that. All right, so let's see. We do want to keep it a fall color theme. So let's do some yellow on these leaves. And pumpkin pie. We'll use our dark pumpkin pie. Let's use the other tip. Oh boy, Jewel, that's exciting. You are going to be so close to retirement. Wow, that's fantastic. Does this mean you're going to be retired for Christmas? That will be sweet. Are you planning to move here to Missouri? That would be wonderful. You could move closer. I wouldn't mind a bit. All right, let's do our Cajun craze on here for the lines. Okay. Oops, I guess actually I want it darker on this side, like that. All right, now I have to color to try to make that blend in a little bit. Jeff and I are going to, I've put on the calendar, on December 4 is when the local farmstead does their Christmas interpretive thing, you know, and we've missed some stuff because we were so busy with this house. I don't even remember what it was that we missed, but we went to do it, and I looked at it and like, no, that was October or something. We missed that one. We can't do that. So the lights are set to go in the park on the weekend of Thanksgiving, and we will be here. So that'll be very fun to get to do. We're looking forward to that. All right, so now I'm going to put my little sentiment here. Let's find, you know, I don't know. It's hard to decide because this one's really good too. It's friends like you that make this season so wonderful. But, you know, the word season is just always, for me, associated with the holidays of Christmas and New Year's and whatnot. So I think this one will work fine. Is it gonna fit? I think so. I think I can make it fit. Let's remove my pens. I think we're done with coloring. Now I could put, you know, a blue background on there and sponge that in, but I'm gonna just leave it white. A grayish background wouldn't look bad either, but for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna just do this. Yeah, that's the sentiment I want. Very good. Let's do this one in brown. Okay, so let's find some Cajun craze, since that's, oh, sorry about that. The color I'm kind of going with. Go with Cajun craze. Oh, I got a little bit right there, didn't I? All right, now I hope my scalloped contours doesn't cut a lot of that off. I know it's going to cut some of this off because I'm going to have to be careful here. It's going to clip my words a bit. We'll find out. Anyhow, so Jeff and I have really enjoyed doing all kinds of different things all over. It's been so beautiful. Last weekend, because our contractor guy sent one of his guys over to finish up the last bit, and like, well, no, you know, this is the one day Jeff's been substituting every day in the school districts, and so I don't really like him having to be kicked out of his house on the weekend, but it was the last things to do, and these guys, they're doing like whole houses now, like bunches of them. They've given up the you know, remodel business basically, and which is sad for us because that meant they disappeared on us, and it also means they're really only available on the weekend. So I just said, okay, fine, we're gonna go to Smallin Cave because that's one of the caves we really wanted to go to, hadn't been. And it was a beautiful weekend last weekend, sunny and nice, gorgeous. We had a wonderful time. Man, that was a beautiful cave. If you ever have a chance to go, you would love it. It's just the drive there with all the fall colors was so gorgeous. Every time Jeff and I go anywhere, we always say to each other, I know the people here don't really appreciate how beautiful it all is because every place we go, it's absolutely gorgeous. But the setting of the place we were at was was really pretty too. It was just so neat. I'm gonna put some pictures on my Crow Garden, Tri-City Crow Garden page, because I took a little video of it, and the tour itself was really fun. We loved it. It was really great. Okay, so this is gonna be here. I'm gonna use that here, and then we'll do our background and all. I should have left my die. I gotta cut that out. So why did I put that away? I don't know. I'm not thinking clearly. All right, trying to get everything put away when you're not really done is typically what I do. And then that's how I lose things and have to find things again. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. I might be. All right, so here we go. Our daughter has a birthday that's coming up pretty quick, and so I got her this cutting machine. I hope she really likes it and uses it. Now, she's not gonna probably have time to use it much right now because they're a little busy. Oh, my Hope. Hope is gonna get cut off there. Dang. Oh, I don't know how to prevent that other than, I suppose, what I can do. Let's give this a little try. I suppose I can clip. It's actually just, I think it's just the word hope. I don't think it's the is. Yeah, it's just the word hope. So I'm gonna try just taking out hope like this. We're gonna see how this works. I've never done this before. We'll see if it works. We're gonna try to sneak you up and over my die. And that way, hopefully my word hope won't be totally eliminated. Okay, get everything else in there and we'll see what happens. So she's busy with a baby, but one day she'll have time to do some things again. So hopefully it wasn't a wasted purchase on her. I won't be. She likes to craft too, so it'll be fine. Now, the reason I love this die is look at that. All of those little guys, they just snap right out of there. No sweat. Look at you. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to have to run my little brush to get some of those off, but not much. It goes pretty good. So Hope did not get cut off because I did what I did there, but I'm going to have to do a little something to it so it doesn't look silly. All right, now I can put you away. Snap. Snap, snap, snap. All right, cute. Now let's take our scissors, and maybe not the big scissors. Probably my little snips would be best, and they are like far, far away from me, of course. Let's move you over here. All right, so our little snips. Let's try to follow my shape here a little bit. There we go. And now I've got my sentiment still on there. So that actually worked out pretty well. You can kind of just cut things out of the die that's getting cut if you don't really want to do it that way. Now let's layer this and see what my color layers should be. I could put it that, and then that, and that is the green, and then I wanted to put my crushed curry in here too, and I think that's the order I wanted in: Cajun Craze and Evening Evergreen and crushed curry. But I always switch the colors around just to be sure, because sometimes nope, I don't like that as well. And a lot of it has to do with what your predominant color is. Whatever the predominant color is, that's not the one that you initially want behind. But this is such a bright color, I know that I want that on the bottom. I don't want that one showing so much. And since Evening Evergreen is the one that's the strongest and the most color, really, we're going to put that one second. And that actually ended up being the best combination. All right, now for the cutting board. Where did you go? I did find you and used you today already. What did I do with you? There you are. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so this is a pretty big piece. So I'm gonna start with let's measure you and see what you actually end up being. All right, you are at 3 7/8 and 5 1/4. So if we start with our standard, we're gonna go with 3 7/8. I guess 4 inches will be fine then. Let's do that. Let's go with 4 inches and eyeball this and see if it's gonna work. Yes. Okay, so 4 inches is the initial cut. And then we will go, I think 5 1/4. Yep, I think that will do. 5 1/4 for this first one. That will be perfect. All right, and then for evening evergreen, we can go up to our standard 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then that should give us a nice little edge. And then for the crushed curry, we'll just go a bit big on that. Instead of 4 1/4, we'll go 4 1/2. And 5 3/4. Okay, so this does make a little bit bigger card. Oh, hey, my other Kathy Crow. Awesome to see you. I'm a little closer to you now, Kathy. Now that we're here in Missouri, because I think you were in Illinois, correct? Is that correct? Today we have a beautiful day out there. It's going to be nice. I'm going to get to ride my bike to the park. It's my little bike trail from our house is beautiful. It's exactly how we'd hoped. I mean, we moved here hoping some things, and frankly, it's all turned out to be wonderful. Where we bought this house, it's just about a 20-minute drive. Bike ride for me to go to the park that I'm just loving. It's really fun. And so yeah, and today's going to be beautiful. Last time I went out there, it's wooded and in a creek. I did a little video of my bike ride because I know people who do that sort of thing like to see. I know I do. I like to see the people's bike ride because I mean, it gives you a better picture of what it really is than just pictures, you know. So I did like a little short like half of a version of my bike ride, and I haven't put it on because I'm going to on my Tri-City Crow Garden page, and that's the page I put all of my little garden exploits on. I can't rename it. I wish I could because we are not in the Tri-Cities anymore, but I don't really want to start up a whole new page. I want to keep that one just so that that's where all the memories are of our garden that my kids grew up in, and I learned how to garden in that garden, and it has all the memories of the actual plants that I love on it, and so I just can't really get rid of that page, so I'm keeping it. So anyhow, I'm gonna put that bike ride on there. And then you can see, I did not get the deer bounding across my path. It kind of scared me. I mean, it ran across far enough ahead. I wasn't even close to hitting it. But I thought, no, I had no idea I might have a deer accident on the bike path going to the garden. But the reason is because it's along a creek almost the entire way. And so, of course, birds too, but deer come to that. And anyhow, it was really neat. All right, so I need kind of a big background, big cardstock to put on the back of that. And what's the deal here? My cards, oh, there we go. I bought some inferior cardstock, and it turned out to be more like paper than cardstock. It was not Stampin' Up, okay? And so, anyhow, that's kind of what I was having trouble searching there, because I did not want any of that. I need regular cardstock. Now, I do know what the dimension is. I did just cut this, so I guess I could just measure it here. 5 3/4. It's just that I do it with the card I actually made, because a lot of times I'm off just by, you know, 1/16 of an inch. And this ended up being 4 1/2. So let's score that. And we'll cut that off. And I know this isn't my regular time that I'm on here. I'm not surprised no one else has shown up, but and I've been so erratic in being here too, so it should get better. People will figure it out hopefully as I go. All right, so I want to put my little fence down here and my pumpkins right here. I know it's a little close and all that. And if I had wanted to, you know, make a bigger card, it would have looked better with my fence down a little lower, you know, down here. But it would have been hard for me to fit everything in. And I wanted to have a scalloped die. The scalloped frames, or any frame, stitched one, any frame, just makes these branch things that are going into, it just makes them look better, I think. So I'm gonna just stick with that, even though it does make my little fence have to be up kind of high. Oh well, it'll be fine. So anyhow, looking forward to that bike ride today. It's gonna be really nice. Today I know what to do. Last time I went to the park was my first time that I ridden actually to the park. And I didn't end up, I went, you know, some of the trails in the actual park are only foot trails. You can't ride your bike on them. I hadn't done it before, so I wasn't terribly aware of that. And so I kind of just rode around a little bit, not really getting and it happened to be a day that was really packed too. All the college kids go after their classes down there, apparently. So today I am going to get there before they do and have a grand time. But I'm going to park my bike over by the Japanese garden, because I know they have some bike racks there that I can lock my bike onto, and then I can walk around all I want today. It's going to be sweet. Nice to have a lot of my house stuff and purchasing and all of that done finally. Because, oh man, that's just taken all of my stamping time. I haven't had time to do all of my stamping. It's been terrible. And then on the weekend, I can't do it because, you know, I want to spend time with Jeff. He's been working all week as a substitute teacher, and I don't want to be wasting the time that he's here. So we've been going and doing stuff. And, oh, back to that Small and Cave. The guy who did our tour was an expert on, I'm sure he wouldn't call himself an expert, but I would. He's actually been adopted into the Osage Indian tribe, which is not an easy accomplishment. I don't know what you have to do to be adopted into an Indian tribe, but he has been, and he knew all kinds of stuff. Most of it was related to the farm that the owners, the Smallin family that owned where this cave is. But there was some other interesting things too. So he was just really fun. Jeff said, when I was a kid, I might not have liked having him as a guide, but that's just because Jeff was not apparently as great a student as he is a teacher. So he probably would have balked at hearing a lot of history, which is kind of funny since he became a history teacher. But that's the way it is, isn't it? And oftentimes the things that you like the most are not things that you really want to hear other people telling you all they know about it. You want to tell them what you know about it, but not maybe listen. I mean, that can be true. I don't know. Maybe like with music, I suppose, when I was a student of it, I like to play it a lot more than I like to hear other people tell me what I should be doing and, you know, correcting my mistakes and all of that. All right, so we've got our little fence. Again, that's from Autumn Goodness, as is this pumpkin set. And again, I'm just going to go on it again because right now this is a good time to join, and I'd like you to join my team because we have a lot of fun. And I need somebody else to join because we have our classes online. I send you a little kit in advance, and we do those online together. Right now, we are doing everything online because since I moved, our whole team is away from me. And if you live anywhere here in Missouri, near Springfield, Missouri, then you could come and do some things with me in our new house. I've got our little Crow Cottage kind of going again. It's it needs somebody to come and join me though to really be functioning fully. When it's just me, I haven't really gotten around to our neighbors yet, and I don't know if they're crafters or not, but they might be. You never know. Until you get around to them, you really don't know that. I'm hopeful that maybe somebody is. But I have to get around to them to know that, and I haven't had a chance to do that because I've been too busy trying to get the house done. All right, so there. I had to double layer up the little pieces of dimensional there to try to get our cotton branch to adhere there. Isn't that cute? Oh, this is going to be a nice one to send off. I'm going to be happy to send this one to someone. That'll be good. Sometimes the cards I do, it's like, I don't know if I want to actually send that one. I don't know when that one is good enough to send to anyone. That one is. It's really cute. Doesn't even really need a ribbon. If it doesn't need a ribbon, that means you did an especially good job with it, right? All right, so I am going to flip the camera back up. We'll see if it'll take that. I don't know if it will. Sometimes it fusses. There, it worked. Yay, it did. It actually worked. You haven't found your bike, Jewel. No, that is so sad. I told Jeff after I went to the first time I went on the path down there, I just went halfway. And then there's a pretty steep hill up to our house at the end of that. I mean, a really steep. I had to walk my bike up it, and I always will. It was really steep. But I told him, this is when it'll be worth for you to get a bike just to do this ride with me because it's super easy. Other than that last little bit up the hill, and that'll be a nice little challenge for him because he'll be able to easily scale the hill on his bike, you know, within 2 or 3 goes while I'm trudging, walking mine up, and that'll make him feel really good that he's doing that and I can't. All right, so there you go. There's our little garden birdhouses. I really like how that turned out. You can take these spring things oftentimes and turn them into fall pictures if you want to. It's the fun that we get to do as crafters, is changing it up and making it something a little different. That's partly why it's so much fun to do this. So hopefully you will join me. I don't think, one other thing I was going to tell you about that cave tour is that they were Christian pioneer families. There was a huge history on this cave. You know, it had been used by Indians for a long, long time. So there was all of that. But one of the plaques right up in the very front of it it says sunrise, and it's SONRISE. And our guide really did a nice job about saying how this is not just the creator that they were talking about, just the creator, a one God. He did not name Jesus, but we kind of filled it in for him because he's probably been told he's, got to be a little careful because it's just a public tour. But it's so neat that they didn't remove that plaque. In Washington State, I'm terribly sorry, but a lot of Christian themes have been removed from anything and everything. And that's one of the reasons we're really enjoying being here in Springfield, is that the people are not afraid to still affirm their faith in Jesus Christ. I'm so glad because he's so wonderful. And the plaque was, sunrise was a commemoration of the people who, used that cave for their community. They did their, the ladies did their washing there because the little pool forms and it's really pretty. When you go into the cave and turn around, you can see why they called their plaque Sunrise, is because you could see the bright sun through the trees, and the opening of the cave just, you know, silhouetted it all really nicely. It's just probably one of the prettiest. We've only been to 2 caves really, so what do I know? But I think it was probably one of the prettiest ones out there. I could be wrong, but I think it might be. And it was short and sweet, which is nice for Jeff. He doesn't like to walk a long way. All right, you guys. It was good. Good to be back. I think I'm back at a regular time. I will probably be appearing online here. I'll have to change all of my times. I know right now it's probably almost 2. Is that correct? Yeah, almost 2 o'clock my time, which means I'm way off time starting. But it's going to be hard for me to wait until later in the day because now I'm ahead of myself from our Pacific Coast time 2 hours. And if I wait, then I start getting into things and then I forget to come back and do this. And so to get it done, I'm going to have to start probably closer to 1 p.m. Central Time. And then that will be, you know, that'll be 11 o'clock Pacific Time and 2 o'clock Eastern Time. So that's what I'm shooting for. I think that's what I'm going to have to go for. Thanks a lot for joining me. Come back next week. Share my videos. I really appreciate it when you share it. It helps get the word out to people right around me. All right. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye.